Hey everyone, welcome to AAGN Education channel. Now let us continue with our topic nature and environment. In that we have already covered about some things, right? Do you remember all those, right? What is meant by weather, okay? What are the parameters or factors and what affects the weather, all that, right? Now let us see what is air. Air is the invisible stuff all around us. You can't see the air, right? So it is all the invisible stuff. We can't see it, but we can feel it when the wind blows or when we take a deep breath. Air is made up of tiny particles called gases, and it's super important because it helps all living things survive. Okay? What is air made up of? Air is a mixture of different gases. What is it? It's a mixture of different gases. The main gases in air are nitrogen, okay, and then oxygen. See, we usually what we think as we need oxygen, right? So whenever it's not common thing that we say if we breathe in air, right? So we often think that air means oxygen. So when if at all someone asks you what is more in air, then you tend to say that oxygen is the in the mixture of the gases in the air, oxygen will be more. You tend to say that, right? But no, it's not oxygen. It's nitrogen that is highest in the mixture. Okay. So how much is it? It is about the 70. It is about 78%. It's the most common gas in the air. Plants need nitrogen to grow, but they get it from the soil, not directly from the air. So, though the plants need nitrogen and though its presence is so high in the air, plants cannot directly use nitrogen from the air. Okay, so there will be some processes upon which the plants will absorb it from the soil, but not directly from the air. However, air has, what did I say? It has nitrogen to the maximum extent. Okay, it's about 78%. Don't forget. Okay, this is a probable Olympiad question. Okay, and how about the oxygen? Oxygen is 21%. This is the gas we breathe to stay alive. Every time you take a breath, you are getting oxygen from the air. Okay, whenever you take a breath, you get oxygen. You are getting oxygen from the air. Next is carbon dioxide. What it does, plants need carbon dioxide to make their food through a process called as photosynthesis, and we breathe out the carbon dioxide. Okay, and now there is like, see, people had been saying about global warming and all that, right? So global warming is because of increase in carbon dioxide content. Okay, increase in carbon dioxide content in the air. Okay, this heats up the earth. Okay, so it's very important that you understand these concepts, global warming and increase in carbon dioxide. I think I have covered all this in the chapter plants. Okay, if you don't remember it, go again, revisit it and understand it. Okay, and if at all, if you have any other doubt too, please comment. Okay, please mention that in the comments so that I can elucidate it further. And other gases, what is it? Other gases are less than 1%. It will be something like argon, neon. Okay, all these gases, traces of these gases will also be available in the air. There are tiny amounts of the other gases like argon and neon, but they don't have a big impact on us. And what is the other thing? Water vapor. What it does, water vapor is water in the form of gas. It's what makes the air feel humid and helps form clouds and rain, right? So after evaporation, what you get, the water will evaporate into water vapor, right? So with this, you'll get clouds, okay? And because of this water vapor itself, we will feel humidity, okay? This is about the composition of the air, and as I have mentioned, it's very important to know that nitrogen is highest. Okay, in the mixture the share of nitrogen is highest. Next topic is wind. What is wind? Wind is moving air. When air moves from one place to another, we feel it as wind. Wind can be gentle like a soft breeze on a sunny day, or a strong like a powerful gust during a storm. Wind is important because it helps with many things in nature and our lives. How does wind happen? How do you think? Okay, you should always think that whenever there is something of the weather, it will be some or the other because of the sun. Okay, so wind is created because of the differences in what? Temperature and pressure in the air. Okay, these differences in the temperature and pressure are because of the sun. Okay, now let us see. Sun heats the earth. The sun warms the earth's surface, but not all parts of the earth get the same amount of heat. Some areas like equator get more sunlight and are warmer, while others like poles are cooler. Okay, so sun heats up the earth, but all the surfaces won't get equal amount of heat. Okay, some parts like equator will get more heat compared to the other regions like poles. Okay, warm air rises. So this is the first step. First is what? Sun heats the earth, and this heating up is not equal. Okay, so some areas will be hotter than compared to the other areas. So what happens next? Warm air is lighter than cool air, so it rises up into the sky. Okay, so here it is warmer as compared to the other area, right? So here the air rises, so warm air rises. So what happens here? When the warm air rises, cooler air moves to take its place. So the cooler air come and takes this place. Okay, air moves from high pressure to low pressure. Areas with warm rising air have low pressure, while areas with cooler sinking air have high pressure. Air always moves from high pressure areas to low pressure areas, and this movement is what creates wind. So understood, right? So warm air rises, and this space is filled up with the cooler air, and areas with warm and rising air have low pressure. Okay, and while areas have cooler and sinking air have high pressure, and always air moves from high pressure area to low pressure area. Okay, so it's a step by step process, but it happens continuously, and because of which we get wind. Okay, air always moves from, this is very important, air always moves from high pressure to low pressure areas, and this moment is what creates wind. Okay, I think you got it, right? So these are the steps: sun heats up the earth, warm air rises, and the air moves from high pressure to low pressure. Okay, types of wind. What is next? Types of wind. What is it? Breeze, gust, gale, hurricane winds. Okay, what it's like? A light gentle wind that you might feel on a nice day. It's soft and comfortable. That's breeze. Okay, so you'll feel like good, this type of wind is good. That sort of wind is called as breeze. The breeze that cools you down while you play outside on a warm day is called breeze. This is example so that you can understand. Okay, what is gust? A sudden strong burst of wind. It can be surprising and powerful. A gust of wind might blow off your hat or rustle the leaves in the trees. Okay, that will be very strong. And gale, what it's like? A very strong wind, usually during stormy weather. Gales can make it hard to walk or stand outside. Okay, see, so breeze, if you take up this one, like uh, here comes the breeze. Okay, it's soft and lighter, and then comes gust. Okay, it's heavier than breeze, but it's less than gale. Okay, gale, with gale you can't even walk outside. Hurricane winds, extremely strong winds. What is it? Extremely strong. Okay, these winds can cause a lot of damage. The powerful winds that can knock down trees and houses during a hurricane, these are called as hurricane winds. Okay, so they are very strong and extremely powerful, and it is very dangerous. Okay, it causes many dangers. Even gale itself is dangerous. Okay, if you go outside, if there is gale sort of wind, then it will surely make you hurt or something like that. Okay, and hurricane winds, and they are extremely dangerous. Okay, next is, so the next topic is sea breeze and land breeze. What are these? Didn't I mention what is meant by breeze? Breeze means it's the soft and gentle wind, right? It's called as breeze. And there are two special types of winds that happen near the ocean or large lakes. So what matters here is that, so where can you find these? When there is a land body and there is a water body. Okay, in these areas you can find the sea breeze and land breeze. Okay, these winds are caused by the difference in temperature between the land and the water. So what happens, let us see here. Okay, in the day what happens, land will be warmer and sea will be cooler. Okay, so when the land is warmer, the air here will rise up, right? The warm air rises up, and so this space will be occupied by the cooler air, right? It's because here the warm air goes off and there will be low pressure. Okay, and the cool air will be sinking, and this will have high pressure, and always wind blows from high pressure area to low pressure area. So the there will be a sea breeze in the day times. Okay, this is called as sea breeze. Okay, and what about the land breeze? The inverse will happen. What happens in the night? Land will be cooler and sea will be warmer. Okay, so again what happens? Sea will be warmer, the warm air rises up and this cool air fills up this gap, and so there will be land breeze. It means that there will be a cool breeze from the land to the water. Okay, so this is called as land breeze and this is called as sea breeze. Why do sea breezes and land breezes happen? The same thing that I have explained you earlier, that one we will read here. Okay, these breezes occur because land and water heat up and cool down at different rates. As I said, in the mornings what happens, land will be warmer, right? And in the nights sea will be warmer. Okay, sea warmer in the nights, and in the mornings land will be warmer. Okay, because of this differences, you will see that these sea breezes and land breezes will come into action. Okay, what is that? Land heats up quickly during the day and cools down quickly at night, and water heats up slowly and also cools down slowly. Because of this there will be temperature differences, and because of which you get the sea breezes and the land breezes. This difference in temperature creates changes in pressure, which makes the air move from one place to another, creating breezes. And what is the summary? Sea breeze, a cool wind that blows from the sea to the land during the day. What is it? Cool wind that blows from the sea to the land during the day. This is very important for your Olympiad exams. Okay, the sea breeze and land breeze concepts are so important, and wind moving from high pressure to low pressure is important, and warmer air moving up, that one is also important. These are very important concepts. Okay, when you are reading your textbooks or notes or something, you tend to neglect all these points because you will be more focused on writing answers and all that. But as I have mentioned, your foundation should be strong. Okay, and for that you should understand these things. That is the very reason I have explained you very clearly twice about these concepts of sea breeze and land breeze. You understand it and put it in your mind. Okay, please don't forget, revise it. Okay, repeat the videos if you want. Okay, but let them get affixed in your brain. Okay, only by repetition you will get to remember the things. Not only you, if I leave all these after few days, again I'll be like, what is it? Again I have to go through everything, right? To in order, it is like the more you revise, more imprinting in the brain will be done. Okay, so please repeat all these concepts and keep recalling it. Okay, uh, Next, what is it? It happens because the land heats up faster than the water, causing cooler air from the sea to move in. And what about the land breeze? A cool wind that blows from the land to the sea during what? During the night. So cool wind from the land to sea during the night. Cool wind is common for both, but it blows from sea to land in the day, and this blows from land to sea during the night. It happens because the land cools down faster than the water, causing cooler air from the land to move towards the warmer sea. Okay, as I have said, concept is important. Okay, I have explained to you clearly using the diagram, right? So if you keep that in mind, that's also enough. Okay, because you won't be asked to write all these big things. Okay, it's like a bit complicated, right? It's just that it's good for you to know all these concepts I have given, but it is enough if you can understand the concept. Next is water. Okay, we will as we have done air till here, we'll do water in the next video. And as I have mentioned earlier, please again go through it, understand these concepts. This chapter is so important because it's like this chapter and light, sound, all these chapters are so important. Okay, you should understand it, understand the basics of it, so that you can do it everything very happily in the future. Okay, bye, see you.